Great Freight Logistics, or that's what it used to be called. It's now called Freight Guy Hotshot Adventures. So he must have changed the name. That's Nick. And he did a weekly or a long haul review recently, and he broke down the numbers on what he did on that long haul trip, which I thought that was really, really good. Now, he is a non-CDL hotshot, even though he's pulling a dually trailer or a dually tandem trailer. Now, if you're wondering why I always do long haul, it's because of the breakdown that Nick did in that video. So now you know, guys, that long haul, it generally pays really well. It's just, can you be on the road for that long? You know what I mean? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Can you be away from your family for that long? Now, the important part about Nick is he had like a revelation almost about about how difficult the trucking industry is from a driver perspective. And that's really important because, guys, when you realize, or what you realize when you're actually doing this job on the ground, which is the revelation, I forget, and I'll link all of these videos below, but he talked about in one of his videos, like, how it's going to make him a much better broker. Guys, and so Nick from Great Freight or Freight Guy, or Freight Guy Hotshot Adventures, that's his new channel name now. So he talks about how this will make him a better broker. And inevitably, doing this kind of stuff on the ground, doing this work, it actually does make people better brokers. And one thing I realized when I started doing this, how important accuracy is. Because when I was a dispatcher, dispatching 9 semi-trucks, 9 step decks, when they told me, Alex, I only have the 11-foot on the deck left, I'd be like, oh, great, we'll shove a 15-foot partial up there. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? This is important. And then the step deck would show up. That 15-foot partial is actually 17 feet. And you kind of go like, well, Alex, what were you thinking? There's 11 feet of deck. You booked a 15-foot partial. The broker was wrong. It's actually 17 feet. And then you wonder why the load doesn't fit. And I realized that, like, being an owner-operator on the ground, I realize now more than ever how important accuracy is. And if I'm screaming, guys, I'm sorry. There's trucks everywhere here. I decided to do a news on the busiest street ever. But, guys, anyway, so things like this, go support those smaller channels because that stuff is important. When a broker realizes how important it is to make sure you're specific with your dimensions and you're accurate, that is awesome. Good. Hats off to Nick for you, sir. Go out there and be a better broker and show them how it's done. Moving on.
Chief, Mr. Toad Piglet, Mr. Alex, I couldn't agree with you more, boss. I've only been doing the road part for over 4 months now, so it's not like I'm some super pro at it, but it does help having been around this business for the 23 years that I've been in it. So you're absolutely right. This has made me a better broker. It made our team a better broker too, because I think they get to see some of the frustrations that I'm dealing with. Because when you're out there and you're driving, at least for me, I'm fortunate. I can lean on other people. Hey, can you help me reach out to this guy, see if we can get more, etc. Sometimes I do it myself. Sometimes they help me with it. So it's been nice having that support from the team. This video has been out for a little bit that Toe Piglet did. Most of my videos, when you guys see them, are pretty current. So I've been meaning to give him a thank you and a shout out to thank him for that. You'll see on the beginning of that video, my subscriber count was only 145, and it's now 299, so I need one more for 300. Crazy. It's amazing how hard it is to get that one extra subscriber, as stupid as that sounds. So thank you, Alex. I really appreciate you reaching out, and I really, really appreciate it. In other news, this week, today's Tuesday, I'll be hitting the road tomorrow, and I'll be out for a few days. I'm heading from here with a direct customer load to Las Vegas. It's paying me really, really well. I've been fortunate enough to find another load from Vegas going just north of Salt Lake. And then I've got another direct customer load coming back from Salt Lake back down to Arizona. And it's a copy of the one from my God Works in Mysterious Ways videos from the other day. So yeah, very fortunate to get to head out on the road with 3 loads to do, and only one of them is a broker load, which means only one of them is paying me $1 a mile. You follow my drift. So anyway, it should be a really good few days that allow me to get back, and then I'm hoping next week. Right now, we've got some real good plans. I should be doing a pretty cool job for the LPGA. That's the Ladies Professional Golf Association. So I'm set up to do it. I've worked for them in the past. This will be the first time I'm hauling it myself, which will require me to go to Wisconsin, I think by the end of next week, to make a pickup and come back. So I'll be looking for some loads next week to kind of take me that direction. At least that's what it seems like right now. So next week will be another week out and about on the road. Yeah, so it's been an interesting few days. I haven't been real busy, obviously, the last what is it, about a week and a half now, because my son had a couple baseball games in Kansas. I will get a video up about that eventually. I know most of you probably don't care about that, but my family and friends do want to see that kind of stuff, so I'll have those posted for them. If you don't like that, don't watch it. Sorry about that, guys. Got cut off there for a second. Anyway, so that's it for me for today. Catch up with me this rest of this week. I hope to have one or two more videos for the rest of this week. So I'll catch you all then. Deuces.